Hey there, sorry about that, take two. Jessica Bowman here. I am the founder and CEO of Team Rock Your Strong, and I am here to share with you my personal transformation story, as well as how I went from challenger to coach, and then, last but not least, how we earn money as coaches. So, it all started for me. Okay, so I'm not going to go way back, but growing up was like the skinny kid. I was the tall, I grew taller than my friends. I'm only 5'6", but I hit puberty sooner than most of my girlfriends. And so I was like as tall as the boys in middle school. Ugh, it was horrible. All the girls were like short and I was like as tall as the boys. And I was gangly and awkward and skinny, but I always identified as the skinny girl, right? All through high school. And, I played basketball, I ran cross country, and I worked at McDonald's, so I ate a lot of McDonald's. I didn't gain weight. I just kind of always assumed that I would stay the skinny girl, that was going to be who I was. And that even though it kind of made me uncomfortable to be the skinny girl because I felt like I was like people would say things like you need to eat a sandwich. And, it actually can be really hard. We're really hard on people who are skinny or, thin. People would say that to me and I would be like, I eat like Big Macs and French fries. I was not eating healthy foods and I didn't gain weight. Fast forward to 19, I got pregnant with my daughter. I was alone. I was a single mom. I gained 54 pounds during that pregnancy because I ate whatever I wanted because I thought that it would just come off, right? I was 19. I was the skinny girl. It was going to the pounds were just going to melt away. I even took jeans I had worn before I got pregnant with her to the hospital to wear after delivering her. That's how naive I was. I thought I would just jump right back into those jeans. That was pretty devastating, and I had to actually wear scrubs home from the hospital because, of course, my jeans wouldn't even go above my thigh. And it's funny looking back on it now that I was that naive about it, but I really was. I really just thought that's who I was and that's who I identified with. So when the weight didn't come right off and, I was nursing her and people said, when you nurse, the weight will melt away. And it didn't. And I lost some of the weight, but not nearly all. And I did this yo-yo thing with my weight for years and years and years. And I tried diets, I tried pills, I tried anorexia and bulimia, I tried laxatives, I tried running. So, not all the things that I tried were unhealthy, but I did try a lot of unhealthy things because I was desperate to get back to who I thought that I was supposed to be, which was the skinny girl. I thought that that's who I was supposed to be, that was my identity. So, that created in me, I think, some depression, and it wasn't all about the weight. My depression was something I'd already battled. I'm an emotional eater, so I have been since I was a child due to some, fairly traumatic circumstances of my childhood. I turned to food for eating. It wasn't a problem, right? Until I had my daughter. And then it became a problem. It became something that actually was putting the weight on, and I was feeling really horrible. I was exhausted all the time, and I was a single mom, and I was freaking exhausted. Oh my God, I was so exhausted because I know now, because I was putting crap into my body. I was not taking care of myself at all. Not at all. I was drinking Mountain Dew like it was going out of style. I'm talking probably 6-pack of Mountain Dew a day. I'm not really a drinker, thank goodness, because if I was, who even knows where that would have led to? So, food was my drug. So, then fast forward a little bit further. I met my husband. Actually, I knew him in high school, but we didn't date until much later, until I was 30. So, we had our son, and with him, I only gained like 10 pounds, but I was already heavier when I got pregnant with him than I was when I delivered my daughter. Okay, so I really didn't need to gain a whole lot of weight. So I only gained 10 pounds. I lost that 10 pounds pretty quickly after having him. He weighed 10 pounds, so lost that pretty easily. But I still was in this cycle with myself where my self-worth felt like it came from my weight and my outside, and I was really unhappy with how I was feeling on the outside, like how I looked on the outside. I was really unhappy with that. I kept having to buy bigger and bigger clothes, and I was struggling with some probably chemical issues, hormones, and things like that. I was a stay-at-home mom. I had been since 2007. I also do medical transcription. I was a stay-at-home mom. My husband and I decided that I would stay home with our son because daycare is hella expensive, and I wanted to be there with him. I wanted to be able to do that. I wasn't able to do that with my daughter because I was a single mom. That wasn't an option for me, and I had to leave her at daycare with other people raising her, and so I wasn't able to be for her what I wanted to be. So for my son, I was really excited to have that opportunity to stay home with him. But it also was creating for me this isolation, and I wouldn't change any of it for the world, so don't take that as regret. But I was isolated, and I was isolating myself. I was not going and doing things with my friends. I was being invited. I wasn't going. I was not answering phone calls. I was barely answering text messages. I just kind of kept to myself. I was really uncomfortable with my weight, and I was also just really experiencing some serious anxiety and depression. And I don't know if many people really understood how deep that depression was. I think my husband probably did because he was seeing it every day. I don't know, but it was really a struggle. So this brings me to fall of 2014, around September, October. I reconnected with a friend on Facebook, my lovely coach, Mona Brown. And I was watching her, and she was like all happy and positive and jumping around in these workouts and drinking this shake. And I was like, oh, that's cool. She looks really happy. I hadn't seen her in a while. It's awesome. And then she sent me a message that said, hey, do you want to join me on this journey? And I'll be really honest. I'm going to be really honest. I think I've shared this with Mona. I thought she asked me because I was fat. I know now that was not her motivation whatsoever, but that's how I felt at the time because that's where I was on my journey. I was in this place of thinking that that's all people saw when they saw me was the fat girl, that I was no longer myself. I didn't even really feel like myself. I wasn't really happy, positive, full of joy, full of life, funny. The person that I want to be, I wasn't really being to people. So I felt like my physical was like all people were seeing, and I was really, really uncomfortable with that. So I stopped wanting to be in pictures. You all may see me, take selfies and all that now. That's a sign that I actually have gained a little confidence. It's not ego. It's that I was not in pictures for so freaking long. Like I was hiding in the back, or I was the one going, I'll take the picture, because I didn't want to be in the picture. So I hope that maybe that's another PSA here. When you see people taking selfies, it's not their ego, it's confidence, and that's a good thing. So you should give them love. Okay, so Mona asked me to be in this challenge group, and after I mulled over it a little while, and we continued to talk, and I realized that our motivation had nothing to do with my weight or where I was or anything like that. She was just like saying, hey, you want to join me, because she'd found something that had helped her. And it worked really well for her and had brought her positivity and joy and light. And so I was like, you know what? I've tried all these really, really unhealthy things, and I've tried healthy things that just took too much time. I have nothing against gyms. I will never get to a gym. I mean, I won't say never, but I would hardly get to a gym. I work out like 6 days a week now. I'd be lucky if I went once to a gym. And sometimes it was like, I joined a lot of gyms, it'd be like once a month I would go, right? Because I just really don't have time. And that's not an excuse. It's like, I don't have time to get in my car and go, or the motivation. It's hard to make that excuse when my workout's in my living room. Like, what's the motivation? Put on some shoes and walk in the other room and just press play on a button? So that's a whole lot easier for me to do than to get to a gym. So when she was offering me this option of an at-home workout, and this, shake full of all this nutrition, it's not a weight loss shake, but she's like, it will definitely, help you to feel better, have more energy, cut those cravings. I was a soda addict, like I said before. And I was like, you know what? I've tried some really unhealthy things, and I've tried some things that I just don't have time to do. I've tried detoxes. I've tried so much stuff. If I could just name for you, I mean, it would probably like fill an entire video by itself. And I was like, what do I have to lose? Because sometimes that's where you just have to get to, is to say, what do I have to lose by trying it? And she said, if you don't like the shake, you can send it back and get your money back. Sold, because I'm a bargain shopper. And I like that whole, if you don't like it, you can turn it back. I just bought a mattress that has a 100-day guarantee because they said if I didn't like it, I'd get a full refund. Because I thought, yay. That's what I want. I like that guarantee. That to me also says that the company believes in their product. That's a really good mattress I've got. I'll share about that some other time. But so I thought, they must really believe this must be a really good product if they're willing to offer that, money back. So I went into it thinking, I'm going to try it. If I don't like it, I'll send it back. I am not ashamed to send something back if I do not like it. So I got the shake. I signed up with PIO, which is Pilates and Yoga. Mona helped me. Kelly spoke about this a little bit earlier. A coach is beneficial because they help you figure out what program will work for you. Mona and I discussed the things I like, the things I don't like. And I loved Pilates when I had done it before. So, she sent that to me. PIO was amazing. I lost 22 pounds in 2 months, in the first 2 months of doing it. And that was during Thanksgiving, Christmas, and a trip to New York City with my daughter's marching band, where I was not perfect in my eating. I just ate what was available, and I still lost 22 pounds. And I never felt deprived. Not once did I ever feel like, I can't have that. I never say I can't have that about food. That is where I am with food. I can eat whatever the heck I want to eat. I choose to eat healthier foods because my body likes them better. But I can have whatever I want because I'm not on a diet. I'm not starving. I'm on a meal plan that says make good choices most of the time and you'll have great results and you'll feel kick-ass amazing. Kelly said, badass mama. That's going to probably be my new hashtag. So, that led me to, sorry if I'm rambling, but that led me to January of 2015. Mona said to me, I had some friends saying, gosh, you like seem like your old self again. Like you have all this joy and you just seem happier. And my husband was like, it's like the dark cloud over your head has lifted. And I was like, that's because it has. I feel really confident again. PIO was making me feel really strong. It wasn't even so much about the weight. It's like I finally had energy. I finally was like taking just a little bit of time to myself and it was working. My son was no longer taking a nap. He was 4. Come on, mama's kids don't take naps at 4 hardly ever, right? And my kid hates sleep, hates it, despises it, can't stand it. So he was not napping, but he could sit and play with his toys while I did my workout. And occasionally he'd jump in a workout with me. So that's kind of cool. So I had some friends asking me what was going on. They wanted to know why I was happy and how I was losing weight and blah, blah, blah. So I came to Mona and said, hey, my friends want to join. And she said, well, why don't you coach them? I don't need to coach them. You can coach them. You know what to do. And I was like, I didn't even think that was an option. So I signed up as a coach. Long story short, I have gone on to help over 100 women get started on a health and fitness journey. And all I've had to do was just share my story. Share about products that I know and I love and I try and I have complete confidence in. That is my complete and honest thing that I have to say here, if you get nothing else, is I have complete confidence in these products and in this company. I know that this company loves and honors me as a coach. I know that they love and honor all of their customers and that they truly are on a mission to help people get healthy and to help people create healthy lives, because we have a trend of obesity, we have a trend of unhealthiness, we have type 2 diabetes, we have heart disease, we have cancer, we have so many things that are ruining our bodies. And there are a lot of those things that we can control if we just make a few healthier choices. And so as a coach, it's my job to just share. I just share with my challengers. I'm on the journey with them. I just share with them. I'm nobody special. I'm just a girl who's had a transformation, who's still transforming, who is on a journey with my clients, my challengers, just to say, hey, these are the things I've learned, and this is how I can help you, and here's how, yeah, I've been through that too, and here's how I overcame it, and maybe this won't work for you. What about this? And working through those things with them. I'm learning as I go. That's the great thing, is you don't have to be an expert to be a coach. You learn as you go. So that brings me to the topic. I know people find money icky. Here's why I don't find it icky, because I know how much of my heart and soul I pour into my challengers. And I am confident that they are getting an incredible value. So I know, for me, that's why it doesn't feel like sales. I mentioned on a video on my page earlier, if I bought something off of, let's say, this selfie stick. If I bought this selfie stick off of Amazon, and I love that selfie stick, what if I went on my page and said, oh my God, I got this awesome selfie stick, you should totally get one? No one would think twice of it. And yet Amazon and the selfie stick company are not going to give me any money or income or credit for having just sold who knows how many selfie sticks for them just by sharing with my friends. So for me, being a coach, earning the income, it's really about sharing. You earn a 25% commission off of all the things that, your clients enroll with, whatever they choose to enroll with. You get a 25% commission. You also get a 25% discount off anything you order. And we don't keep inventory. How awesome is that? How many companies out there require you to buy a crap ton of inventory to keep in your house and then you gotta drag it around in your car and hope that you can sell it to somebody, and by the time, it rolls around, you're just like wanting to throw it at people out the window because you're like, God, I just gotta get rid of this inventory, right? Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. So we don't keep inventory. We don't have minimum sales. You don't sell anything, you're not kicked out, you're good. You're all good. So I will start by saying Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income because I've worked my butt off. That's why I earn an income. All coaches work different hours a day. All of the coaches work different hours that work for them. They work their business in ways that work for them. And so what you put in, you're going to get out. If you want to work an hour a day, if you want to work 2 hours a day, if you want to put in 10 hours a day, it's your choice. Beachbody's never going to come to you and say, so, you're not working enough hours. Never going to happen. Not going to happen. But I bet your boss in your 9 to 5 has come to you and said that. I bet they have said that to you. So we're going to need you to work overtime this weekend. You work overtime if you choose because you're your own dang boss. Okay? So you earn an income by sharing the products. What do I do every day? I get up, I work out. Kelly shared the vitals with you. Those are the things that I do. I get up and I work out. I drink my shake because it's freaking amazing. And then I just share with you the awesome recipe, whatever amazingness I added to my shake, which it doesn't even need me to add anything because it's incredible. That's a whole story on its own. I wish I had time to share with you the awesomeness of Shakeology. Maybe we can do a post on that in here. I drink my shake and I share that. I check in with my challengers to see how they're doing. I have, challengers who they just want to check in every once in a while. I have ones who need a daily reminder from me to just be like, hey girl, get that workout done. Takes me like 2 seconds, right? So I have challengers who need different things. I am the coach that they need me to be, but I'm also just who I am. I'm kind of tough love, but I'm also like super loving teddy bear. So I'm somewhere in between all of that, and maybe a little bipolar and both of those things different times. I don't know. I do that, and then I check in with my coaches to see how they're doing, and if they need any help from me, if they have any questions, getting things signed up, help with a post, whatever they want to share, and I check in with them, and then I sit and I decide who I want to invite that day to join me. Who out there of my friends have I seen that is either A, already been doing a health and fitness journey that maybe they're expressing isn't working so well for them, or maybe I see a friend who is struggling and I know how empowering health and fitness can be and how it can actually change your life in so many more ways than just the physical. Or I would just respond to messages of people in my inbox every day saying, hey, I've seen your journey and I want to know what you're doing. And then I just share. So that's what I do every day. And so when people sign up with me, when they order a program or Shakeology or the challenge pack, which is the best value because you get a program and a challenge pack, I get a 25% commission. And that I don't feel bad about. It doesn't feel like sales and it doesn't feel icky because I know that my challenge pack, the purchase I made with my coach Mona 2.5 years ago, has paid me back 1,000-fold. That little challenge pack, that little $140 that I spent, has paid me back 1,000 times fold. And I don't just mean in my income as a coach, I mean in my life as a person, as a mom, as a wife, as a friend, as a human being on this earth. That purchase has created in my life so much abundance in so many areas that it has paid me back like crazy tons. I can't even share with you. I mean, I can't even put it into words. I wish that I could put it into words. So I know that when I'm offering that to someone else, that's possible for them as well. So that's why it doesn't ever feel like sales to me. I could sell a lot of things. I'm not even going to name them because I don't want it to sound like I'm ever like insulting anyone else's business, because I know some women out there that are kicking butt selling lots of different things. But they could probably tell you the same thing I'm going to tell you. It's because that's something that they believe in, that they love, that they can, take ownership of. For me, health and fitness is that thing. And I never thought it would be. I never thought I'd be the health and fitness girl. I used to make the jokes about how if you ever saw me running, you better run too, because I was probably running from something, like a dinosaur or something. I was that person. And yet here I am working out every day. Like, I'm so upset. I sprained my ankle this weekend and I was so upset I couldn't work out. Like, who am I? But that's part of the transformation that has happened for me in my life. And what it's given me, income-wise, I hope that I've answered that. That was supposed to be my topic, so I hope that I've answered that. I am now making a part to full-time income with Beachbody. That has been a gradual process. It has come through people trusting me, my friends knowing me, and knowing that I am not selling them a bill of goods, and that I am here to offer them something that they see it work for me. So they know it works. And so I'm here to just offer and share that to them as well. And so my confidence in that will never wane, because it's just something that I know has changed my life in so many ways. I now can't imagine my life not being a coach. I didn't grow up thinking I'm going to be a coach someday. That wasn't on my goal board as an 11-year-old girl, but it is on my goal board now because I love it. Because I found something that allows me to be home for my family, work the hours I set for myself. I typically work anywhere from 2 to 4 hours a day on my Beachbody business, a little bit more if I have time to do that. And I get to go on amazing trips like to Punta Cana. And I've been to Nashville, and I'm going to New Orleans this summer. And I get cool, fun rewards in the mail. And I get to just say, this is my dream, and I'm building my dream and my family's dream and my life, and I'm doing it on my terms and no one else's. And so that's pretty freaking amazing to me. I mean, I just don't even know what to say. That's amazing to me that I get to do that, and that I get to connect with women every day and see their transformation from someone who has lost belief in themselves and who thinks that life can never change, to someone who has confidence and who knows it's just one choice at a time and doesn't beat themselves up anymore and doesn't take life for granted and really, really loves and honors themselves. I love seeing that transformation in other people. And so I will always share that because that is just incredible to me. So you earn income by sharing. That's basically it. You earn an income by sharing. You earn 25% off of anything that they sign up with. And that's pretty incredible. That's pretty awesome. I mean, I I can't think of anything else that I would rather do than what I'm doing. So I hope that I hope that my video wasn't too long and that it actually gave you value. And if you have any questions, I would love to answer them for you. You can pop them below in the comments. I will not take up any more of your time with this video, but just let me know if you have any questions, any specific income questions that I can answer. I will be happy to do that. And I hope that you have a wonderful, blessed week.